DreAllDay.com.
You're now tuned in to the show where you learn the discipline to show up day after day, to do the work, the confidence to put yourself out there boldly and authentically, and the mental toughness to continue showing up, doing the work, putting yourself out there, even when the success you have expected to achieve has yet to be achieved. And on top of all this, you get a huge dose of personal initiative. What is that? That is this go-getter energy that we all have felt and we all feel at certain times in life. Those times, when you just decide that you're going to stop waiting for things to happen and just go make things happen. You know what I'm talking about, right? Well, we're going to show you how to actually make all of these things real. We're going to show you how to make them part of who you are as a person. Not what you do, but who you are as a person. So you don't even have to think about it. We put all this together into one bundle, one package, one mindset, one method, one philosophy, one approach, one framework. Actually, there's a framework every single day, and we have a book on the subject, and you're listening to the daily masterclass that is called Work on Your Game. My name is Dre Baldwin, also known as Dre All Day, and welcome to the show. And today's topic is a follow-up to yesterday's episode when we talked about how people use their hurt feelings as a weapon in the emotion Olympics. Today, we're going to offer the counterpoint to that. Fuck your feelings. Do your job. That's today's topic. Now this one, on the heels of yesterday's episode, I think the topic, the heading, the subject line, the title, is pretty self-explanatory. So we don't need to spend a ton of time in introduction. What I will introduce you with is letting you know that I do have a text number where I want you to text me and tell me the most valuable insight you get from today's episode. Maybe I already gave it to you by giving you that title. My number is 305-384-6894. Send me a text to that number, 384-6894. Tell me the most valuable insight that you get from today's episode. We haven't even started yet. I guarantee you're going to get some valuable insights from what we talk about here today. And really what it's about here today is not eliminating emotion, which will be impossible as long as you're alive. It is not ignoring your emotion. It's accepting that the emotions exist, but at the same time, remembering that you do have a job to do and you get paid for doing your job. You don't get paid for your feelings. You don't get paid for your emotions. Not to say that they don't matter at all. But again, remember what show you're listening to here. Remember the title of this show is Work on Your Game. So there comes a time to pay attention to and process and give resources to your emotions, but there also comes a time to do your damn job. And this show is about learning how to do your job. So let's get into our points so you understand why this is. And again, send me a text. Tell me the most valuable insight you get from what you are about to hear. Point number one, the topic once again, fuck your feelings, do your job. Number one, life. Life is harsh, unfair, and unbalanced. These are truths. These are not my opinion. These are all truths of life. Have you ever been through a harsh situation? Maybe you're going through one right now. Maybe you're on your way into one that you can see coming. Maybe you can't see it coming. Life is unfair. There are times in life when things are not going to be fair in your favor. I told you this in episode 1301. I told you what options you have when you are facing unfairness in life. In episode 955, what to do when you think things are unfair. Episode 613, somebody lied to you and told you that life was supposed to be fair. Whoever told you that lied to you. You need to go find them and start a confrontation with that person because life is not fair. And unbalanced. Life is unbalanced. There are inequities in life. Everyone will not have equal results. Hell no. No way possible. Everyone will not even have equal opportunity. Some people say, well, shouldn't everybody get equal opportunity? Well, should and will are two different things. And will everyone get equal opportunity? No. Is it possible to force everyone to have equal opportunity? Also no. I covered this in episode 1608 where the topic is, what about equal opportunity? And I tell you what about it in episode 1628. So you can go listen to any of those episodes at your convenience. The links to every episode that I reference ever on this show, you just scroll down into the description of the episode, you will see those links. You can go listen to them right now at your convenience. Now, understanding these truths of life being harsh, unfair, and unbalanced, understand that everything in life will not be balanced out, meaning some people are going to get opportunities that you don't get. Somebody's going to have privileges that you don't have. Some people will get more chances than you get. Some people get 5 chances to succeed, you only get 1. Sometimes you're going to get 10 chances to succeed, but someone else only gets 7. This is the game, people, the game of life. You will not have the same opportunity as everyone else. You will not get the same results as other people, even though you and that person went through the exact same process and had to do the exact same things. They're going to get completely different results from you. Maybe a lot better, maybe a lot worse, but guaranteed different. No law, policy, book, or activism campaign is going to change anything that I've told you so far today. Although they all will try very hard. There are some people who don't want me to say things like what I'm saying right now. Damn sure don't want me to explain it to you, because their whole career is based around selling you on the idea that they and they alone are going to be able to actually make these things change. There are people out there whose their full-time job, the way that they make their money is by indoctrinating you with the idea that they can make things fair, they can make things balanced, that you can have the exact same opportunity as other people, that you can get the same results as other people. And if you don't have the same opportunities and or do not get the same results as other people, especially if there's a wide gap, and especially if that gap can be connected to your gender, sexual orientation, or race, they are selling you on the idea that if you follow them, listen to them, pay them, read their book, hire them, go to their speaking gig, they will be able to change this situation. I'm here to let you know that that is a hustle. That's a hustle by them. All right, you are the one being hustled. They're the one doing the hustling. They are hustling you to have you believe that they can make things and everything fair, everything equal, everything balanced out. That will never happen in life. All right, you will die before that happens. I'm telling you that right now. Anybody who's telling you that they can make things fair and equal if you just vote for them or follow them or just come listen to them or you just join their cause and come protest with them or hashtag with them or whatever bullshit people are selling. There'll always be somebody selling something. All right, you're the one who's being hustled. All right, they're not getting hustled. You are getting hustled. They are the hustler. I'm telling you all that to tell you this. If you engage your feelings and stop doing your job every time harsh words or deeds come across into your life, somebody says something harsh to you, somebody does something harsh in your direction, or at least if they try, if you stop doing your job or fail to deliver or fail to show up, every time you notice some unfairness in your life or some unfairness happening with someone that you find some type of relation to, if you do not show up and deliver, anytime you notice that there is some imbalance that is rearing its ugly head in your life or some way tangentially that you decide to pay attention to, understand that you will accomplish a lot less than you would have if you had the internal fortitude to keep going. And actually, let me amend that point right there. Not if you had the internal fortitude to keep going, and or if you had I won't use the phrase that I want to use here is the awareness. That's the best word. If you had the awareness also, or had the awareness to recognize that unfairness is just a normal part of life. All right, this is just the way life works out. Life is imbalanced. All right, there are animals who can fly. There are animals who can swim. There are animals who must live on the ground. There are animals who can do all three. And there are some animals who can only do one of the three, and they could never try the other one. They probably wouldn't survive. They probably wouldn't last too long if they tried to do anything different. This is imbalance. All right, should horses be able to fly and ducks be able to run and win races? Probably not. This is probably just not going to happen. Should alligators be able to live in the North Pole and polar bears live in the jungle? Probably not. It's just the imbalance. Everybody ain't the same. And in life, human beings, even though we're maybe a lot more similar than these animals are that I'm using as examples, we all start off equal when we're born, but from the very first second after that, things start to change because we're in different environments. We come into different families. We have different genetic codes, and this is just the way that it is, folks. So if you are allowing your feelings to get you engaged and have you say, well, something's wrong here because I'm not getting the same results as this person, or I don't have the same opportunities as this person, or it looks like people in this group over here are just getting a completely different result than the people in the group that I'm in, well, you're right. You're absolutely right. They are getting a different result. And yes, you are not going to be exactly the same as them. And no, you will not get the same opportunities as them. Maybe that means you get more, maybe it means you get less. But this is the game that you signed up for. By being born, this is the game you signed up for. You didn't know you signed up, but you did. You checked the box that said you agree to the terms and conditions. Here's what you need to do. Look for where you can get unfairness and imbalance to work in your favor instead of trying to eliminate it. Anyone telling you that they can eliminate unfairness and imbalance so that it quote unquote balances out to help you, all right, they're hustling you, all right, they're just selling you a dream. And you can buy those magic beans if you want to, but there won't be a beanstalk outside of your window in the morning. What you need to do instead is ask yourself, Where can I get the unfairness and the imbalance in my favor in an ethical way so that I have the advantage, and that's where my opportunity is at. Your opportunity exists somewhere out there in the world. I guarantee you, you will not find it waiting for someone who's helping you or encouraging you to complain about the fact that everything's not equal. All right, that's a waste of time, it's a waste of energy, but you can use your energy however you wish. It's your life. Point number 2. Today's topic, once again, is fuck your feelings, do your job. Number 2, the title of this episode is half serious and half tongue-in-cheek. All humans have feelings. Some humans are much more in touch with their feelings than others. And there are some humans who make much more of a show of their feelings than others do. While it is important to make feelings, while it's impossible to make feelings not matter at all, of course they matter because you're a human being, understand that the job matters too. So there are some people who would maybe hear this title and say, well, yeah, I get what you're saying, Dre, but feelings matter, emotions matter, humans are human beings and emotions are part of the equation, just because, males sometimes seem to want to just discount feelings and not process feelings and not talk about feelings. Listen, the job matters too. And the last time that I checked, and anyone can text me and check me on this if I got it wrong, last time that I checked, everybody who's listening to me right now, you want to get paid when you're at work. True or not true? And the last time I checked, nobody gets paid for their feelings. If any of you has a job where you get paid for your feelings, I want to know what job that is. I want to know about that job. I'm not going to apply for it. I just want to know that it exists. I want to know what it is. Feelings are an entertaining sideshow to the job. When we're counting up the stats at the end of the night, when we're counting up the money, counting up the receipts and balancing out the registers at the end of the night and making sure that what we have on what we have in the computer system measures up to what we have as far as the receipts added up together. All right, nobody cares about your feelings. What we care about are the numbers. What we care about are the stats. What we care about are the analytics, the data. Because job performance is what gets recognized. Almost everyone who is listening to me, I think everyone's listening to me right now. When you get paid, you're getting paid because you performed your job duties as described and as assigned to you, or as you chose. So, to be clear, if push comes to shove and we had to pick one between your feelings and the job, it's the job that matters when it comes to putting food on your table, when it comes to paying your bills, and when it comes to you making sure you secure food, clothing, shelter. If I got this wrong, somebody let me know. Remember what this show is about. Again, I'm not saying that feelings don't matter. There are podcasts out there that focus on feelings and they focus on emotions. This ain't that show. This show is about the game. It's about delivery. It's about this being a performance and results-based business. And performance and results don't have anything to do with feelings. If your feelings and your emotions allow you, or they help equip you, or they aid you in performing and producing results, more power to you, keep using them. But in the end, you can't show up and tell your boss, hey, I didn't get the job done, but let me tell you about my feelings. You can't say to your customers, hey, I know you purchased that product from me and I was supposed to deliver it 3 weeks ago. I know we haven't delivered it to you yet, but listen, before you file a complaint with the Better Business Bureau or before you ask for a refund, let me tell you about my emotions. Nobody wants to hear that shit. In the business world and in the business of life, results are what matter. Results are what you get paid for. Results are what you get recognized for. Results are the name of the game. So are you delivering results or are you not? And really, if you're delivering results, you don't even have to say anything because your results will speak for you. If you got to explain things, you start to get into the feelings and the emotions, or you might be out of a job. You'll be very in touch with your emotions, but you'll be jobless. Is that what you want? Point number 3. Today's topic, once again, is fuck your feelings, do your job. Let your feelings drive you to do the job. As I said at the top of this episode and said again in the middle of this episode, I'm not telling you that feelings don't matter. I'm not telling you to not be engaged with your feelings at all. Because again, some people are more engaged with their feelings than others. Learn to leverage feelings to help you do the thing that you want to do. If you have to be at work, or maybe since you have to be at work anyway, maybe you're not that excited about being at work, but since you got to be there one way or another because you got to pay your bills, you might as well use your most efficient gas pedal, which is your emotion, to drive you forward. I said this probably 12 years ago in a weekly motivation video on YouTube, that emotions are great gas pedals, but they're terrible steering wheels. Your logic, meaning your conscious thought and your smart decision making, that should be your steering wheel in life. That determines, everybody here has been in a car before, you know what I mean when I say a steering wheel, that determines which direction you're going in. Your logic and your conscious thinking, that's how you decide which direction to go in, where to go next, what to focus on. Your emotion is the gas pedal. All right, that's when you press your right foot on that gas pedal so that the vehicle moves forward strong in the direction in which it's already pointing. You use your emotions to push you in the direction that you have logically and consciously thought about to go in. You never ever allow your emotions to control the steering wheel, because they'll have you going all over. They'll have you doing donuts. You know, you see people doing donuts in the parking lot, spinning their car around by the back wheels as a way to, I guess, to show off their vehicle. All right, you'll be doing that on the highway when you ain't even supposed to be doing it, when you let your emotions drive your actions. All you use emotions for is to help push you in the direction that you have consciously and logically thought about going towards. And you don't use your logic as the gas pedal, because the logic will overthink the situation. So that everybody has a role. I told you, I did an episode on this, how everyone in life is a role player, episode 1173, where everyone's a role player, and also episode 834, knowing and accepting your role in life, in business, and in sports. Logic has its role of steering the course, the direction, mapping it out, reading the map, saying there's where we need to go. We need to go this way, now we need to go this way. We need to make a left and make a right, then you need to go straight for 2 miles, then we need to turn right again. Emotions' role is to help gas you, to fuel you up, to get you fired up and going in a direction that you need to go. But you never allow them to take each other's role. It absolutely would not work. So never get those mixed up. We clear on that. This is not to say that feelings don't matter. I'll say it again. But remember that this is the Work on Your Game show. The purpose of this show is for me to tell you how to get your game up and produce results. That's the purpose of this show. The purpose of this show is not getting in touch with your feelings. The purpose of this show is not, hey, here's why when you're feeling emotional, you probably shouldn't do any work. The purpose of this show is for you to do the work on your game. And what is the game? Anything that you're involved in is the game. Feelings do not produce results, folks. One day I might start the Work on Your Feelings show, but today is not that day. All right, and this ain't. If I do that, I'll create a separate feed and there'll be a separate show that you can subscribe to. But for now, we sticking to this Work on Your Game thing. I think this one is working. All that being said, recapping today's class, which is fuck your feelings, do your job. Number one, life is harsh, unfair, and unbalanced. These are truths of life. These are not my opinions. Everything in life will not balance out. You will not have the same opportunity as others. You will not get the same results. No law, policy, book, activism, a politician, or influencer will change any of this, though they will try, or they will claim that they are trying, but they know they're going to fail. All they're doing is hustling you to get more attention, sell you more books, and get themselves booked for a speaking gig. That's all they're doing. They are hustling you. None of these things will ever change. All right, take it from me. I'm giving it to you for free. You will accomplish a lot less in life than you would have if you had the internal fortitude to keep going next time unfairness or unbalance shows itself in your life. Look around for where you can get unfairness and imbalance in your favor instead of trying to eliminate it. Point number two, this title, yes, I'm serious, but it's also kind of tongue-in-cheek because all humans have feelings. I'm not saying the feelings don't matter at all, but the last time that I checked, we get paid for doing the job. And everybody wants to get paid. So if you want to get paid, you got to do your job. And if you want to do your job, you got to show up and deliver even when you least feel like showing up and delivering. I got something special coming on that very subject very soon. Remember what this show is about. And number three, let your feelings drive you to do the job. Since you got to be at work anyway, use your most efficient gas pedal, which is your energy, your emotions, and your feelings. Use that to press on the gas pedal and push you in the direction which you have logically chosen through your smart, wise, intuitive decision making. Your logic controls the steering wheel. Your emotions can press on the gas pedal. All right, this is not to say to disregard all your feelings forever for the rest of your life. But remember that you're listening to the Work on Your Game show. I'm sure there's a show out there to help you get in touch with your emotional and feeling side. This show is about you actually showing up and delivering and respecting the game for what the game is, because the game will get rid of you if you don't want to deliver. That's what it is. I just told you a couple days ago how it's good sometimes when people get fired, and one reason people get fired because they're not delivering, doing their job, and they might not even have wanted to get fired. Maybe they need to learn and have a foot in their ass so they can understand that when they're too in touch with their feelings and not doing their jobs, you actually lose your job. And again, do not allow anybody to hustle you to get you to think that unfairness and imbalance there's something wrong with that, as if it's not supposed to happen. Listen, do you want to be completely equal with everybody else in the world? Do you want everyone else to have the same results as you? Do you want everyone else in the world to be able to say, I've achieved everything that you've achieved? Probably not. I'm assuming you're listening to this show because you want to out-achieve people. You want to achieve above and beyond. You want to do more than what most other people are doing. You want to set standards for yourself that are higher than what everyone else sets for themselves. All right, that's going to be imbalance. All right, you want there to be imbalance, and you want to be on top of the imbalance. That is your job to, first of all, figure out where you can get that imbalance, and second of all, to manufacture it through your effort, through showing up, through working on your game. Send me a text. My number is 305-384-6894. Let me know the most valuable insight you got from today's episode. Once again, 305-384-6894. Work on your fucking game. Dre, all